All right, what is going on, everybody? We are back for our second matchup of the night. We got Faded taking on Origin in the Prospect League playoffs, and this is going to be a good one. Faded coming in at the 3 seed, Origin coming in at the 5. I'm once again joined by my guy, Psychonautic. Psycho, just saw a great game in the last one. Hopefully should be another good one in this one.
I think we're going to see a good one in this one. I'm really excited about it. I love seeing both of these. I have loved seeing both of these teams play. You know, Origin's been popping lately. Faded's had a little bit of a fall off, but I think that it would be unwise to underestimate them. They have a lot of potential. And, you know, earlier in the season, Origin and Faded have faced off against each other, but they're pretty much even. Faded won. Origin won the first time that they faced off, beat them 3-2 in the series. But the second time they faced off, Faded came in and pretty much did the same thing. So I think we're going to see a pretty even matchup here tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one for sure. Yeah, Faded, they're dropping down from the upper bracket here. They just got swept by Aurora on Wednesday, actually. So in this one now, they're gonna have to pull it back, and you know, we'll see what they can do here. We're getting them joined up right away. So you got a prediction here before we get things going, Psycho?
I'm gonna go with Origin, but I'm gonna hope for not the sweep. I'm gonna think like maybe 4-2. But Origin has just been really playing really well. I've been really impressed with them lately, so I'm gonna go with that.
All right, so you guys can get your predictions in the chat. The poll is up, so make sure you guys get your votes in. Let us know in the chat who you're taking in this one. Always love to hear your thoughts and your opinions, so feel free to get things going in the chat, and we'll get things underway. So game one of this best of 7 between Faded and Origin. Faded now trying to get it on the attack. Early KM with a shot, but Sage Burner going to save it away. And you can see a little bit of a different roster here for Faded. You got KN, Vibin, and I, the most goated, who's their sub, Cass, unable to attend. She was an All-Star reserve for the All-Star game this season, and unfortunately unable to attend as a miss comes up. The net's wide open, and Drizzard and the same lineup for Origin gonna send that one in. Origin starting it out early.
Yeah, we see an unfortunate whiff coming out from most goated and Vibin, which left it, wide open for Drizzard to get in there. And like you were saying earlier, Cass was unable to make it, and I think that we're gonna see that be a problem for Faded on the pitch today.
Yeah, and even with Cass in their last matchup, versus Aurora, I know they were swapping things around. Vibin and KN, they swapped a little bit, and they still ended up getting swept. So without Cass, maybe sometimes, despite Cass being the solid player, the all-star, one of the best, maybe this could be a lineup that could potentially work and could pull off some surprises here for Faded and catch Origin off guard.
Well, I know they're definitely hoping that that's the case here. Because they're going to need to do something. I believe if they lose this, that eliminates them from the playoffs, correct?
That is correct. Loser is going home. Winner goes on to face the number 1 seeded Melons here. So this one's out in the middle. Not going to go. So both teams just trying to survive for another day. Could potentially pull off the upset against Melons, but they're going to have to do something here first. In this one, as it's do or die for your season. A lot on the line. The pressure is most definitely here for the playoffs. So these two teams are going to be going at it for sure. Is this one sent back up? Origin trying to get on the attack, but Vibin, KN going to combine for the clear. A mistouch comes out. Vibin can't turn things around as Drizzard sending it down now. I, the most goated, he's waiting. He's going to get the touch. See Money sending it up into the corner. It's going to be sent away now. Sage looking to turn on it, can't find a touch. Drizzard trying to get out to it. He does. He's going to get it far out. Could be an opportunity here. He can't find it. Drizzard popping it up, but Vibin not going to send that one in, and still just past halfway. Origin, they're holding on to their 1-goal lead. Both these teams, looking to find their shots. Only 5 total combined for both teams.
Yeah, and even though Origin's taking the lead right now with 1-0. Kind of seems like they're playing a little bit slow, and as I say that, C Money is just going to go ahead and take a shot on what seemed like an open net. I the most goated got a nice touch right there, but it looked like KN. I couldn't tell if it was KM or Vibin. One of them pushed up a little bit too far. They should have stayed back and secured that third man position.
Yeah, a little bit of a double commit there, and that's been a point of a little bit of a point of contention for these guys. I know I've heard a little bit of prospect drama between KN and Vibin here. They don't really like playing well together, as that one is going to be sent down. Could be an opportunity. KN can't find the turn. But yeah, that could be something to watch to see how they perform with each other as they're trying to get a passing play going though. This one's sent up out of midfield, could be dangerous, but most goated can't find the touch. And now Origin, they're back on the attack, trying to get it going. They've started out with two quick goals. Can they find a third? Will Faded be able to bring it within one as a nice pinch goes down? Drizzard going to leave it for C Money. He pops it up. C Money looking to chase this one. Got a little bit of time. Just going to send it down though. KN, he blocks it up high. Sage can't find the bump. KN trying to go for the fake, but Drizzard, he's having none of it. Goated into the corner here. It's going to pop up high. Sage looking for that bump. C Money trying to send it in. You saw a demo out from Sage. C Money almost able to get it on. Another demo. C Money's wreaking havoc out there. And this one going to be sent down and pushed right back. But Origin, as this one is going to go back, Vibin, he's going to get the goal there. And despite Origin's demos and the pressure, their Faded is going to find one.
That was a really nice banger coming out from Vibin. Drizzard was back. It's a pretty easy save, but unfortunately he just miscalculated a little bit and wasn't able to clear it out.
Yeah, so Faded now able to find their first goal of the series. Looking to potentially tie this one up, at least send it to overtime, maybe even win in regulation if they can find two quickly. But Drizzard, he's trying to get some more offense going. KN, though, trying to get a demo. He finds it. Goated, look for the net there. Drizzard, he's just going to clear right to Vibin. Had a little bit of time, just sent it right to him, but now Vibin blocking it up. Origin, able to find that clear. Goated, he can't find it. It's awkward there. But Vibin going to bail him out as we now the final 30 seconds here. Origin trying to find something here, but Faded, they're going to have to get some offense now. They got defense right there from KN, but they're going to have to get it out. As Sageburner, he's going to 50 it by two players there. He's just waiting on it, biding his time, as this one is still sent back down. Drizzard trying to get another one. Final 10 seconds now. Faded, they have to find a goal. It's popped up by C Money though. Drizzard looks for it. He couldn't find it. Faded, they're sending it down. It's in the corner, still up here. Could Faded get something here? No, they're not going to be able to. That one goes down in Origin. Yeah, they take a close one there. Faded, they kept in it right till the very end.
Yeah, they definitely didn't let it just go. Origin, like I was saying, playing a little bit slower than we're used to seeing over the past of the last couple weeks. They were really coming out and being on fire, and on that kind of seemed like C Money and Sage. I don't know if they were playing a little bit defensively or if they just needed a game to sort of get going, but I've definitely seen those cats play a lot faster, and Faded, they did pretty good, but it seemed like they had a little bit of rotational issues, and that could be because of the chemistry. And knowing that Most Goated is their sub, they didn't play with him a whole lot during the actual season.
Yeah, I've heard from the grapevine through prospect that he actually only played 2 series with them. So, having someone come in only playing 2 series with the team, especially at the end here, when you kind of have your lineup set, they had Cass, KN, and Vibin, and I mean actually there's been a lot of roster changes for Faded throughout the season. They've switched things around quite a bit. It seemed like at the beginning they had a very solid set lineup. And now all of a sudden, in the playoffs here, they're just not clicking like we're used to seeing from them.
Yeah, I agree with that. Seen quite a few teams go through a lot of roster changes, but Faded has gone through a lot.
They have their roster here now, and they're going to have to ride it out as Cass is unavailable for today. So these guys are going to have to get the win as KN going to put that one towards the net, but Drizzard, what a save there. I don't know how he got back to that one. It seemed like KN had the net all to himself, but somehow, some way, Drizzard makes that save.
Beautiful save coming out from Drizzard right there, able to not panic and get that thing cleared.
Oh, Vibin coming back with the dunk and Faded, able to take the first lead.
KN with a nice touch right there off the wall, able to get it center for Vibin. And Vibin just comes in and cleans it up.
Yeah, great play there, Vibin. Able to pull out that dunk, so now Faded They've got maybe a little bit of momentum here, after losing that first game. But can they continue it here and bring it into a larger lead or even potentially a win in this one? We're gonna have to see as Grizzard pops it up. He's gonna get bumped. He finds a dunk though. And see Money dropping it straight down in the middle. KN, he can't find the touch. Sageburner gonna look for it. He gets pumped out by KN, who's just hunting for those demos. But it's not gonna work there as this one is sent up high. Goated, taking it up towards the backboard of Origin. See Money unable to find the touch. He's getting bumped out of the way. Vibin blocked off in the corner. Drizzard, a great touch from KN, who pops it up high. That ball's just hanging around. Nobody going for it, and Goated is just going to put it in. Origin just unable to get to that one.
Yeah, it looks like Origin's falling apart a little bit defensively, but KN coming in with a really good bump, getting Sageburner completely out of the net, and the other two just weren't ready to take up that space and make that save.
Yeah, so Faden now all of a sudden starting to look a little bit better here in this one as they find two early goals. Only lost by 1 in that first game. Now looking to take this game number 2 and even up the series as KN waits on it. Gonna pop it up high. Trying to stay with it, but Sage, he was just waiting for him. Gonna put it towards the backboard. Goated. A little bit of a double commit. Could be dangerous. Can see Money hit the angle. He takes the shot. It's not going to go, and it's going to be cleared away. See Money, though. Great opportunity is now Origin. They're still on it. Vibin pops it out of the midfield. See Money trying to get to it, but KN able to get to it just in time and Faded. They're able to cut down this Origin offense, which we know has been so deadly, as now a mistouch here. Goated, he can't find the touch. And now Origin, they're right back on it, but not going to go. And Faded, once again, another clear off this Origin offense.
That was a good push from Faded right there. Goated, just really unfortunate for him that he wasn't able to find that touch, because if he had touched that ball, it would have went in. Origin wasn't ready to save that.
Yeah, it would have been a great opportunity, but he's unable to connect, and now he leaves Origin on the defense once more. Sageburner unable to find that touch. It's popped up high still. 2 defenders commit. Could be an opportunity here. Goated, he can't find the touch. Sageburner trying to get to it. Goated almost hit it into his own net, but thought better of it as a double commit comes out from Faded. See, Drizzard trying to get to it. Can he find the dunk? It's just going to go in. Drizzard puts it home. This man's always been clutch and able to keep his team in this one. And a nice shot there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Faded. It looked like KN panicked a little bit. Goated had control of the ball. He came off the wall. I'm not sure what KN was thinking there, but it caused the double commit, and even though Vibin tried to make the save, he was unable to.
And maybe that's a little bit has to do with Goated being the sub. Maybe KN just not trusting him there, Psycho, and that's one of the downsides. When you have a sub on your team who you only have 2 series with, can you trust him? Can you trust him to hit the ball?
That is a really unfortunate thing, and I know that if I was Cass or if I was on Faded, I'd be real upset. Not to take away from Most Goated, I'm sure he's a good player, but like we've talked about, it's just the chemistry, the fact that they haven't played together. So that's definitely a bad thing for him.
Doing all right so far, holding on to a 1-goal lead in this one as Vibin able to send it down. See if he popped up high. Out of the midfield, Drizzard trying to get the follow. He can't find it. KN going to jump for it, but Sageburner beats him to it. He finds another touch. As Goated now taking control. Trying to stay with it. Gets it over C-Money, but Sage, he pops it up high. Could be a shot opportunity. It's right in the midfield. A miss comes out, and Origin going to be able to touch that one away for the moment. This ball just hanging around the corner. KN, he's over the top of one. Drizzard sending it down. Can he stay with this? Unable to, as now we're down to a minute remaining. Origin got 4 shots here, able to find 1 goal, but they're going to have to try to find a little bit more offense here, Psycho, if they're going to want to pull this game back.
I agree. They're definitely going to need to do something. They're going to need to do it quick. And we might have something right here. Yes, we do. See Money with the unfortunate whiff, but his boy Sage was already set up, ready for it. We see the side flip come out from Most Goated, which is what left the net open, unfortunately.
And this is something I've seen throughout the playoffs at Origin. It's a crazy storyline because just when it seems like Faded, they might be able to pull off a game. I watched back that replay of the Origin sweep against Velocity in their first game. And just when it seems like they're out of it, they always tie it up. They always seem to force overtime, and they always seem to pull it out. And that's how they would have pulled off that first sweep. And we're starting to see it again as Sageburner puts it in. Origin, they just have that clutch gene in them.
And what a beautiful play! I mean, Sage just having the awareness to be able to stay up like that, and C Money coming with that beautiful pass. And we've seen this time and time again between Sage and C Money. Those two dudes just click really well.
Oh yeah, Sage and C Money, they're a passing duo, and then when you have Drizzard on the other side who can make the solo plays like we've seen from him, Origin, they're a deadly team even at that 5 seed. So a lot of teams, I've heard him talking that Origin now after that 4-0 sweep and now looking to take a lead, and this one is another one is going to go in. But Origin, I've heard some whispers that they're a team to watch out for. Maybe if they can advance on.
Yes, I agree, and right there we see some unfortunate rotations coming out. It looked like Vibin did a half rotation instead of going back post, which left the net open.
And that's going to do it there. Origin going to put that one away, but Faded, it seemed like they, again, it seemed like they had control of this game, but Origin, they just don't go away. In any game that they play, they're always hanging around, they're always in it. And, down 0-2 to win that game 4-2, for Faded, you've got to be a little bit demoralized. The mistake from KN that we saw earlier that could have easily prevented one of the earlier goals. But to have that solid 2-0 lead and then to not score after that, it's gotta hurt a little bit for Faded.
Most definitely, and Origin came with 9 goals. Looked like 9 goals that in that game, and I would say at least 5, if not 6, of those came in the second half of the match. They played really, really slowly and calmly, as Chip was saying earlier. Sort of passive, but they were able to really just, turn on the fire once that halfway mark hit.
Yeah, it just seems to me, I've said it before, I was kind of building up that storyline, is that Origin, just when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, when it gets down to those last couple minutes, they just somehow find a way. It seems everything just falls their way. They find the passes, they really refocus, and I just imagine, as the GM, what if they were playing solidly in the first couple minutes, who knows? They could be blowing these teams out of the water if they could find their stride earlier instead of saving it till the very end.
I would not disagree with that in any way, shape, or form, especially right now with Origin being on fire the way that they are.
Yeah, they've been looking good here, and now they've got a 2-0 series lead, and Faded, they've struggled here in this one, Psycho, and we talked about the double commits, maybe not trusting I the most goated who's coming in as the sub for Cass, and you're now down 0-2 against an Origin team that's been looking very solid. What does Faded have to do to turn things around and maybe fend off this Origin team and make this a series?
I think that they're definitely going to need to start trusting each other a little bit more. I know it's really hard with the sub, especially a sub that you haven't played with very much, but once you're here and you're in the game, it's business. You have to trust your teammates. That's just what it is. And I think if they can trust each other a little bit better, I'm not sure how their comms are going, but I would imagine their comms are a little bit messed off. So they might want to try and just communicate, be calm, and make the touches that they need to make.
And we'll have to see, as now we're into Game 3, Origin holding on to the 2-0 series lead. Can Faded find any momentum in this one and pull it back? They're definitely going to need it here. As Weidman tried to get that touch, but unable to find it here early. Drizzard trying to take it down. That ball pinched out in the middle. Could be dangerous. C Money unable to get the touch, and KN just going to flip right into it. And once again, Faded, they're going to get on top of Origin early.
Good pressure coming out of Most Goated right there. Way to stick with the ball and get it center for his teammate. And KN was with a nice read. Unfortunately, C Money just was in a really awkward position and wasn't able to make a touch.
Now, again, Faded able to strike first against this Origin team who's been known for their slow starts. As this one's popped up high, KN, he's got the open net to shoot at. He finds a second goal, and only 40 seconds in, they're back to a 2-goal lead, just like they had in Game 2.
And what a play coming out right there. You know, this is the Faded that clutched the 3rd seed, that almost clutched the 2nd seed. This is the Faded that this is the way they need to play right now, and they need to build on this momentum. They need to carry this momentum and try their best to shut down Origin.
Yeah, they have to find a way to carry it over. They've had the momentum early and had these leads. They had the lead in the last game, but can they hold on to it and can they keep it going? That's yet to be proven here from them. As KN going for the double tap there, but Sageburner on the very edge, able to make that save. A nice play there, as now Sage, he's hunting for the demos. That one's getting pinched out, could be a shot opportunity, but KN, you know, KN right here, he's starting to take over in this game for Faded. It's like a...
Yeah, and that's really the guy that you want to see step up through the entire season. You know, he started off as the captain for Faded, but I don't know if just some personal stuff got in the way or whatever, but he ended up dropping down. He didn't want to have it anymore, but he's definitely mechanically the most skilled player on the team, so they're going to need him to sort of step up and start making plays.
And he's got the first 2 goals for them, and you saw him making some clutch saves back there on the defensive end, so he'll have to keep it up if they're going to want a chance to win this series and live to fight another day. As Faded on the double commit, they're going to send it down, but Drizzard able to touch it into the corner now. Looking for another one, can't find it. As Vibin gonna find the 50. Gets it by C-Money, could be dangerous there, but Drizzard able to clear out C-Money. KN, a mistouch, able to clear it back to his own zone. And goaded by 1, looking to stay with it, gonna find the 2nd. Sageburner, awkward position here. He's gonna find the touch just a little bit wide. As that one sent in the corner again. Just past halfway here, Origin down 0-2. We Faded. They're gonna have to look to hold off this push. We feel it coming. It's got to be coming here sometime. They've had it, you know, in this entire playoff run, and they're trying to get it right there, but not gonna happen. Drizzard though, able to send it back, trying to get this offense going here late. Sage able to find the touch. Goaded pushing it right out. C-Money drops it down. KN sending it back towards Drizzard, who's got to make an awkward touch. Gonna need some help to bail him out. Sageburner. The double commit comes out, but it works for the moment as this one is sent away. But we gotta see Psycho if the storyline continues, then we could see an Origin comeback here.
Yeah, Origin's definitely gonna need to turn it up. Not that they can't. We know that they can, but Faded is playing really solid right now. Faded's getting, you know, good clears, and they're able to follow it up and take shots on net.
Sage!
Oh. As I say that.
I think he did him dirty with the fake there.
Yeah, he definitely did it dirty right there. KN, you know,
Maybe.
Unfortunately with a bit of a whiff coming out, but it was a good shot from Sage.
Yeah, Sage able to finesse that one in, and now Origin, we've seen it from them, and they're on the hunt now. They've got their goal here, and maybe this is the second half Origin that we've been seeing. But Goated, they're trying to get one themselves. C-Money, he's got to find the touch. Not going to get it there. As Goated going to try to turn, pops it up, gets it by 2, but C-Money able to get on the 3rd as KN back on the offense, looking for the demo, trying to find the bump, but Sage, he gets the touch. Faded, trying to get that one more insurance goal they need. That one's off the post. It's not going to go as Sage now, taking it down, trying to get it by Vibin, but Vibin towards the net. Drizzard, he makes the touch, able to clear it out there by 2. KN, he can't find the touch. It could be a goal here if they can get back to it, but Vibin, good hustle back. Still there, off the post, the follow. It's not going to come. Drizzard was demoed off the map and Faded. They're holding on right now, but you can see the Origin. They only had one shot there, but it's not going to be enough for now as KN finds the hat trick.
And I think we may see that the ramping up during the second half of the game might not work out for them this time. If that's a strategy, they might want to rethink it, but if it just takes them a little bit of time to get going, then they're going to need to figure out something else because they've only got 30 seconds to make something happen.
And Drizzard, he missed a wide open net, but C-Money gonna bail him out there. But now, all of a sudden, Origin finds a quick answer just when you think they're out of it, Psycho.
That's when you think they're out of it. Here we go. If I didn't know any better, I would say this is scripted.
got the script. Got the script emote in the chat. I think maybe, but we'll have to see. As Faded, they're back on it. Final 30 seconds. Can they hold on? Or can Origin find one more here? Drizzard sending it out. Gonna block it up high. Down to 20 seconds now. KN looking for the follow. He can't find it. Goated gets the block. Vibin trying to challenge. He's going to win that 50. Nice win there. Buys his team a lot of time. As Goated, he pops it up. Origin going to have to go the length of the pitch here. This one's out of the midfield. Drizzard trying to turn it up. Goated, he can't find it. The ball is up. Can they find a buzzer beater? Off the backboard, the follow. It's denied away by KN. What a save right there. Able to deny the last second attempt.
Yeah, KN coming in clutch for his team right there. Absolutely. Origin with the last second drive. We're seeing this time and time again. These boys got this down. But luckily, KN was able to clutch up, knock it down, and get the win for Faded. What is this, game 2, right?
That was game 3, and now 2-1. 2-1 for Origin there. And I mean, that was all KN in that game, and you have to give him props. He stepped up when it counted most. 3 goals, that very clutch save. He only had 1 save, but it was the clutchest save that he could have made because Sageburner, he put that shot on target, and we've seen buzzer beaters from Origin all playoffs, all at the end of the regular season, and it was almost another one there. So for KN to fight it off, now maybe they have a chance here. They pull off a game, and maybe that's all it takes. We saw it in the last series where we saw Ascension go up 2-0, and all of a sudden the Bishops, they get 1 game. And now as we head into game number 4, Faded, they have to have a little bit of momentum going in this one.
Most definitely. And I think as long as Kane keeps doing what he was doing, everything should be perfectly fine. Vibin, he's going to need to be a little bit more accurate. He's where he needs to be, and he goes for the ball that he needs to go for, but he's whiffing a little bit, and I know that he's got a better accuracy than what we're seeing tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And they're gonna have to step it up here as we head into game number 4. We'd like to see a close one. It's been pretty close so far. Origin taking the first 2 games. Faded, though, able to survive at the end of game number 3. And now 2-1 series lead for Origin, but Faded got a little bit of momentum after that win. And do they keep it going? We'll have to find out in this one as KN trying to send that one up. It's going to be sent a long way. And this one off the backboard. KN can't find the touch. Going to be able to get the dunk, though. As Vibin looking for the net, but Drizzard cuts it off. KN trying to get to that one. And Drizzard sending it down a long way. And a miss comes out, and Drizzard puts it in there. A goal for Origin, and they started out early in this one.
Good push coming out from Drizzard there. Really unfortunate miss from Vibin. Drizzard with nice pressure able to put it in after and capitalize on that whiff.
Yeah, and they're going to capitalize on that. And something you have to think about here is Vibin is actually going to find an answer. He's going to redeem from his mistake there, able to tie it right back up.
Big kickoff goal coming out from Vibin, trying to keep the momentum for his team going, trying not to let his whiff from just a second ago affect the score.
That's a great way to answer back. You love to see it. I was just about to say we saw a huge game from KN, but you can't. It's hard to expect KN to pull off 3 goals and a clutch save every time. So you need Vibin and you need Goated to step up if they're going to want a chance in this series. It's this one sent back in the middle. We'll have to see if they can do just that. Is a shot going to go on the net? Vibin, another one, but Sageburner and this Origin defense, which has been huge all season long, able to make another one as KN. He's jumping to the wall for that one. Ran out of boost, though, as this one pops up. Vibin trying to stay with it. Can't quite find the touch. Goated out in the midfield. KN in a dangerous spot. And the shot off the post. One more follow. Drizzard can't get to it. But it's going to be sent up and away as C-Money now trying to get back. But Origin, they've already eclipsed their shot total from last game. Is this one going towards the net? It's just going to go in. KN with the dunk. And Faded taking the 2-1 lead.
Wow, what a dunk coming out from KN. Met Sageburner right there at the ceiling. I would say it's probably a bit of a lucky pinch coming out. I don't think he was expecting it to go into the goal, but hey, it worked out.
Yeah, nice shot there for sure. Able to put that one in, and now Faded back to a lead here. And looking for more as Goated with the dribble, able to put that one in.
Faded absolutely turning up the heat. They obviously don't want to go home. They want They want to take it as far as they possibly can. Goated with a nice touch to be able to get around the defender and put it into open net.
There we go. So Faded starting to make a little bit of noise here in game number 4. After dropping the first 2, it seemed like Origin might be able to just clutch it up all the way, but now they're able to get 3 goals in this one and starting to look a little bit more aggressive as now they're back on the offense. Light touch from Godin, able to set it up in the middle. The net's wide open, and the miss from Vibin. He had the net, and those are the ones you need to capitalize on if you're Faded.
Most definitely, and that's what I was just talking about earlier at the beginning of this game. You know, Vibin, he's where he needs to be. He touches the ball. He's just, his accuracy is off. He hits the post a lot.
Yeah, a tough miss there. Is that one? That one will be a shot that he's going to say that he wants back, as it could have been a shot to give him a 3-goal lead in this one. But Origin, they're going to be able to stay definitely in this one. Is another shot towards the net. Drizzard can't find the touch, tried to pop it away, and Godin puts it in. Can with the playmaker.
Got an insane amount of pressure coming out from Faded right now. They're playing like a completely different team. You know, coming out with 7 shots on net so far. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, they've put on an insane amount of pressure, and that's what we saw in the last game from them. They just put on so much pressure. Origin, they're only able to get 1 shot in that last game. They've only got 3 right now, and you're not going to win a game with those many shots. As you know, Faded, they have the 4-1 lead. As Sageburner gonna pop it up high towards the net, trying to make the save is Vibin, but C Money sending it in. Nice shot from him, and Origin able to find an answer.
Good play coming out from Origin. Drizzard with that nice block, able to put it over, and Sage Money able to just pop it up. C Money coming, Sage Money, I said. Sage Burner able to pop it up. C Money able to come in and clean it up in that top corner shelf. That was nice.
I mean, Sage Money might just have to be the nickname because these guys have been passing all over the place to each other entire season. So I don't blame you for confusing them. They almost seem like one player, and they're going to have to see some more of that. As this ball's towards the net, could be a shot. It's going to be missed, and another one's going to go in. KN are going to become the cleanup crew there and put that one in.
Man, 3 misses coming out on that ball. Goated with some nice patience. Saw the 3 misses go down. Knew all he had to do was get an easy touch. KN was there to clean it up.
So able to put it in. A 5-2 lead now for Faded. Looking like they're going to want to take this one and tie up the series. Have to see if Origin has a little bit of that magic, or if Faded just be able to take this one as a miss comes out the net wide open, and Vibin going to put it in this time. Faded kind of walking all over Origin in this one.
Yeah, it's really almost like we're seeing 2 different teams play here. Like they almost switched controllers, you know, from both sides. 6-2, that's dominating.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complete turnaround. We saw Origin just holding them off in games 1 and 2, and now all of a sudden, you're exactly right. It's a complete switch around here, as Faded has just turned it around. 2 goals for every player on their roster, and they've just looked so good in this last game and the one before this one as well. So minute 18 now, Psycho, you know, it's almost that time where Origin, they have to start looking for next game, and you know, what can they do to hold down this Faded offense?
They definitely need to get to the ball a little bit faster. They're going to need to try and do a better job of clearing it out of their half. You know, one thing that we're seeing consistently in this game is that Faded is not letting them get a clear on the ball. As I say that, C Money rolls in an easy goal.
Yes, C Money with a great shot. Gets a hype in the background. I love it. I love to hear it. And C Money gonna put that one in. A nice shot there. A great 50 and 51 seconds. You know, they're kind of still in this one. It's a tough road here, but I've definitely seen crazier in my Rocket League career. So we'll see if Origin can maybe pull this one back. Otherwise, we'll be looking at a tied series heading to Game 5. C Money's up, but Goated able to get it over the top, and a miss comes out from Drizzard, and that might just be the dagger there.
Yeah, that was another nail in the coffin. Must feel real bad for Origin. Most Goated, though, I got to say, this game, he's really turned it on. You know, up to this point, the last 3 games, he's kind of been somebody that was just kind of there, You know, he made a couple of good touches, but he didn't really seem cohesive to Faded. But he's really doing well this match.
He's definitely looking good here, and he's got a hat trick. KN, again, a great performance from him. 2 goals, 4 assists. He's been looking very solid, and Vibin tossing 2 goals as well onto it. So they've been looking good here, and now, despite their first 2 game struggles, they're going to be able to tie up this series heading into Game 5. And you know, if you're Origin here, this is going to be a crucial game for you to win. You know, you have to bounce back after you know, going up 2-0, getting tied up. You really need this win to start turning some momentum around.
I agree, yeah, and Origin definitely doesn't want to let this one go. I mean, neither of these teams should want to let this one go, but Faded really turned it up there. I think if they keep up that momentum, that there's a chance that they're going to send Origin home tonight.
They very well could. They very well could after, you know, what we saw from them in these last 2 games. And, you know, it's almost like you talked about a completely different team. I mean, KN, you know, we didn't really see too much from him in, you know, the first 2 games. But, you know, these last 2 games, I mean, he just popped off. He's just carrying his team, just willing them to victory here. And, you know, Faded is going to have to keep that up in Origin. You know, they might have to look for a way to maybe just shut KN down.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been trying to sleep on Faded recently. You know, I know they didn't do very well in their last, you know, the last matches of their season. But one thing that I've known about Faded this whole time is that the amount of potential that team has had, even through the roster changes, even through the drama, the amount of potential is immense.
I mean, yeah, I would have to agree there. They've had the potential, and you know, it's all about capitalizing on it and making the most of it here. And as we head into Game 5, they're going to have to step it up and pull off this victory, give themselves on series point. We'll have to find out if Origin can find an answer. As now Faded trying to start it out early in Game 5, but Drizzard popping it a long way, vibing. A touchdown right to Sageburner, who takes a shot towards net. KN, very patient there. Able to get a nice touch out to the side from Vibin. Setting it up in the midfield. He's looking for another one, trying to find a touch. He's going to slightly find a bump there on C-Money. He's just going to snag that boost, and even for Sage, you can't find the touch. But C-Money trying to dribble it across, goaded out in the midfield. And Faded, you know, first 30 seconds here, they're starting to get quite a bit of pressure on here. Origin, they're almost stuck back in their ways. They can't find a clear.
Yeah, Origin really needs a good clear like that one right there. But unfortunately, Faded, even when they get the good clears, Faded is able to keep the pressure up and able to keep the ball in their half of the pitch.
And they've been insane on offense, and Origin, they haven't had much to go their way here as this one's blocked up. Sage trying to find it. He can't get the touch. C-Money, though, sending it off the backboard. It's awkward. And Sage, he's just going to turn that one in, and Origin starts out the scoring first.
Nice shot coming out from Sage right there. Good pass good setup from C-Money, and then Sage with the turn, which is something that we consistently see from him. He'll go up, almost looking like he's going to, overcommit, but then he's there for a good redirect.
Yeah, Sage, he's been around on those redirects all season long. We saw it in the playoff hype video where the pass from C-Money to Sage, he's just one that's always there looking for those plays, and you saw it right there. As now Origin back on it, Drizzard trying to find a touch. Sageburner, he's waiting again, but he hits it off the post. A huge miss. The net was wide open, but he can't connect on that one. And Origin, that was one that they really needed there to give themselves a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they definitely did. They need that momentum, and they need it now.
See, Faded, they're back on the offense. A double commit comes out, though. They had an opportunity there, vibing with the stop. Sage pops it over one, trying to get the dunk there. It's still up. C-Money looking to finish it, but vibing, able to get in on the clear. Faded, a little bit of a double commit. Could it lead to some offense, though, as KN, he's back on it. But Drizzard, a nice touch there, vibing. Still on the offense here, popping it up high. As now C-Money looking to get onto it. It's going to be blocked away, Drizzard on the catch. It's going to be blocked away there. Origin still holding on to that 1-0 lead is they're trying to get some offense going here. Sage into the corner. Gonna stay with it. That ball's popped up high, looking for the shot here. It's sent up high again. Can they find a follow? No. Denied away by C Money. It's now KN sending it back in. He's looking for the bump maybe. He's trying to drop it down, but Drizzard, he's going to get the clear. Trying to stay with it. The last defender was there. KN trying to get this offense going. Just so much pressure. He's finding the dunk. He sent it towards the net, but Sage clears it away. And once again, we're just seeing so much pressure from Faded. As they continue to go, they're going to just drive it in. Vibin puts it home. The pressure is unreal.
Unreal. Faded absolutely just hammering that pressure down. Vibin able to come around, get an easy touch past two defenders, and put it in on an open net.
And a nice play. I mean, Faded, they've had all the pressure here in this one, and I mean, they're still looking good, you know, despite Origin starting out first. Can we see a shot there? Sage, a huge miss, and it's not going to connect there. As Origin trying to get back on it, sent it off the backboard, but Vibin able to make the touch. And Origin, you know, Sage, he's missed two shots that he could have potentially hit there, and he's struggling a little bit here in the last couple games.
I think Origin is definitely sweating right there. I think they're definitely feeling the pressure. Their nerves are starting to get a little bit more out of whack, and it seems like they're missing some touches that they normally wouldn't miss.
I mean, I think they know they had the 2-0 series lead, and I think they understand how crucial this game is, and they're going to have to calm it down. As Sage, a huge miss there. They're going to have to really calm this down. I think Drizzard, who's their captain, is going to have to say something to them. Hey, calm down, and let's focus, guys. We need to figure this out. Is, you know, they're still more than in this game. 1-1. Can they find the answer? Sage burner off the backboard. Is there a follow? Drizzard with the shot. He bangs it home, and that's one way to calm your guys down.
Oh yeah, what a good play coming out from Origin right there. Vibin was in net, but he was backwards. So it was really awkward for him, and KN came across, but he just wasn't able to get there fast enough.
Got a great shot there on that one. As this one is sent back, Drizzard going to find the touch, but Origin back out in the lead. Can they hold on? KN trying to stay with it. As this ball is popped out in the corner. Up again, Drizzard going to find the touch, gets one. KN, though, on the stop. C Money looking out to challenge. He's going to block it out in the midfield. Drizzard trying to find the touch. It's off the backboard. Sage, he's got to be careful here. As Vibin going to find the tap off the backboard and tie things up.
And that is the type of play that Faded needs Vibin to be doing. You know, he's been going for that type of stuff this whole series, and he just hasn't been able to connect. So it's good to see him finally bang one of those home.
Great shot there. As it's 2-2. Only 34 seconds remaining. Faded, able to tie it up in Game 5, a crucial game. Winner of this one will be on series point. Loser will be one game from going home. As Faded back on the offense again. Almost found the touch there. Drizzard, he's on this one. Going to send it by Goated. Can he get another one, though? He's going to find it. It's dropping down. Could we see a shot there? No, it's not going to go. Final 10 seconds now. Origin, they're looking for it. Going to send it in the midfield. Can they find it here? No, it's cleared away. Faded now on the attack. One man back. It's going to pop up high. Drizzard trying to get to it, but Vibin, he's there first. Can they keep it up? No. We're going to overtime here, Psycho, and this could go anybody's way.
Yeah, this is really intense stuff right here. This is what we like to see, and Faded's really turning it on. Hopefully Origin can match their pressure.
We'll have to see as we head into overtime. Ball in the corner, Vibin. We'll find that one. KN found a demo on stage, but it's sent back. Goated almost missed that one. We saw a miss from him earlier, just like that one, but this time able to connect. As this one's out in the midfield, a miss comes out from everybody. The net was open, but Origin, that was their chance there, and they're not going to connect on that one.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for them. I'm not sure what happened. I think everybody's adrenaline is pumping right now, so you know people are making some mechanical mistakes they wouldn't normally make.
I think they're definitely right. They're feeling the pressure. They know how crucial this game is. Vibin out in the midfield. Sage just gonna have to try to get a good touch here. He sends it across. Goated. He can't find it. It's dangerous. Vibin. He's the last man back. He's got to make the touch. He does. This ball out at the side here. KN gonna bang it down. C Money waiting in the corner. Pops it up. KN thought about it. He finds the demo. Could be an opportunity here. C Money. Gotta be careful here. Drizzard has to bail him out. But another great shot here as Faded. They're turning it up. KN denied away. Origin on the triple. But it's not going to go for now. This one back on the midfield. Could be a shot here. And Goated sends it in. Faded takes the game. And they are one game away from advancing on.
Man, good job, Faded. Way to turn it on like that. Clinch that, game series point and take that momentum into this next game and try and shut Origin down tonight.
Yeah, I mean, a great game from them. A crucial game there, but they're able to pull it out. And what a job from Faded here after losing the first 2 games to come back and win the next 3. But now if you're Origin here, you were so close in that one. You had so many opportunities, you just couldn't connect on them. What do you have to do, Psycho, heading into Game 6 to kind of reset and focus yourselves to get up for Game 7?
And it's really hard to say because, to be honest, both teams are playing really well. Origin did not play bad by any means in that game. C-Money, unfortunately, wasn't able to find any shots. But, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Sometimes the rotations don't play in your favor, and playing smart supersedes going after the ball.
Yeah, you gotta try to find your opportunities. You gotta make the most of them and know when it's a smart time to challenge. It's definitely something. We're in the prospect league. These guys aren't. They're not Titan. We don't expect them to hit every ball. We don't expect them to make every double tap. Make every passing play. But you gotta be smart about it. You made it to the playoffs this far, and these guys are some of the best teams that we have. So they really got to focus up and get back to that play because we've seen Origin make those plays and we've seen them in these games. But they're gonna have to focus up here, Psycho, and find an answer into Game 6.
And I think they need to shut down Vibin out of the corner as well, because one thing we've been consistently seeing, especially in that last game, is Vibin will take the ball up, get to the corner and cross it, and KN's really accurate, and if he gets up there and gets a good touch, he's probably going to put it in.
Yeah, KN, he's been deadly in this one. We've seen him perform in this one. Origin going to have to find an answer for him here, as now we're into game number 6 here, this best of 7. Faded leading 3-2. A win in this one will send Origin home and will send Faded on for a matchup with the Melons come Wednesday. We have to get through Game 6 first, as this one popped up. Drizzard, a nice touch. He backflips on it, though. Goated can't find that one. It's out in the midfield. It's a shot opportunity, but C-Money, he's blocked away by KN. And once again, we are seeing KN so clutch as he finds a touch again. He has made every clutch play so far for this team, and it's still around here. Origin, they're trying to get it in, but KN, he has been huge, Psycho. We can't say it enough about how great he's been. And as I say that, a missed touch comes out, and Sage Burner puts it in.
Nice shot from Sage there. KN, like you were saying, he's really put the team, his team Faded on his back, and that's to be expected. He's been around since day one. Like I said earlier, he was the captain in the beginning, so he's really got a lot invested into Faded, and I'm sure he hates to sort of see the season just sort of peter out and fall to nothing. And as we say that, KN comes in with a lot of pressure, backboard passes himself, and is able to put it in past 2 defenders.
Yeah, tough miss there, as this one is sent towards the net, and that one, KN, he's going to put it in. And things might be getting a little bit testy out here as we see the what a save spam. I think it was a team what a save spam at first on the KN one, but that one from Vibin might be a little bit more toxic. As what is that? No, it almost goes in. I thought that was maybe the pinch of the century there, but it's not going to go there. But things might be getting a little bit testy here.
Yeah, they might, and I don't try and talk bad about anybody or anything like that, but I do know that Vibin and KN both kind of are known for some sort of toxicity.
As this one, it's pinched back down. Sageburner, the goal's not even in yet. He's spamming what a save, and this is starting to get a little bit out of hand here.
We're definitely seeing some toxicity come out for some players. A really unfortunate own goal coming out from KN there. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Normally I try and rotate not ball side, but he just came straight in with his nose facing his goal.
Yeah, a tough 50 there, and it's going to go right in their net. So Origin able to find an answer as this one's out in the midfield. C-Money going to have to try to find it here. He pops it up high. It's out in the middle. Could be dangerous, but nice touch able to clear it away is now Drizzard. back on it. And we'll have to see if they can find an answer here in this one. As this ball's out in the middle, it almost was dangerous there, but not going to happen here. As this ball's still hanging around. It's going to be sent out though. KN going to find a touch in the midfield. Going to be sent out towards the middle there. It's popped up high. Trying to find the block there. Sage. He's not going to get to it. It's Grizzard. Unable to find that touch. Faded. Really got to try to find this offense. Origin, they're holding on to the lead, but Faded, once they get that offense going, it's hard to stop there as this one is back out in the midfield. A nice demo comes out. Weidman, he can't find the open net and see money. He's going to send it down, and we're not really seeing that Faded offense that we saw in the last couple games.
Yeah, it seems like they've slowed down a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe the toxicity, that we saw come out a little bit earlier is starting to get under somebody's skin, but hopefully they're able to sort of pick it up and find a goal. Otherwise, we're going to go to a Game 7.
Well, I would not be opposed to a Game 7 for sure, but you'd like to see a close one here. Faded. You're going to have to try to find an answer. And this one, as a miss comes out, ball out in the midfield, a double commit. As Drizzard trying to flick it by, the touch goes nowhere though, and now Faded back in the offense, goaded towards the net. It's off the middle there. Look where the follow, but KN, he's been so clutch the entire series, but he can't get that one through. And again, another goal for Faded that they're going to want back.
Yeah, it was a really unfortunate miss. You hate to see that, especially right now. Minute 30 left on the clock. They really need to put something in right now as KN's trying, but man, he's really putting the team on his back, but he's just not able to find anything this game.
He's so close to hitting that highlight reel shot. Would have loved to see it, but it's not going to go through in Origin. They're holding on here in Game 6, trying to force it to a Game 7. 3 games to 2 in this one. 2-1 for the score in this game. As this ball's popped out in the midfield, KN trying to find the pass, but over the top of goaded. And this one is sent back. Sage burner out in the midfield to Drizzard, but it's denied away. As C-Money, he has to race back. Can he get to this one first? He does. He pops it up high. Double commit comes out. This one could be an opportunity here. It's sent towards the net, and Origin going to put it in. And that one is going to drop home, and Origin with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate goal at a really unfortunate time. That's going to give them momentum that they need to more than likely carry a win out right here and have the advantage going into the next game.
They're looking to pull it back. We talked about Origin performing in the clutch. They're definitely going to need that clutch gene here to hold off in this last 30 seconds and in Game 7 if we get to that point. We'll have to see his Sage burner out in the midfield looking for it. See Money though. Going to find the block. KN on the dribble. Gets it by one. Weidman just going to hit it away from him into the corner. And that one's going to be pushed out there. And that's not what you want to see from those two guys. They've figured out their mistakes so far in the series, but when things are getting down to crunch time, you don't want to see those double commits. As Drizzard to see Money, oh my goodness, Drizzard!
What an amazing play coming out from Origin right there. Drizzard, oh wow, yeah, with a nice block and able to get a second touch off of it. See Money just right where he needs to be for a clanger.
And it looks like we're going to be going to Game 7 after that highlight reel play. And I think Origin, they've got to be feeling it here in this one as they have forced it all the way back to a Game 7. We're going in here, Psycho, and this series has been crazy so far, and we've got one more to go.
One more, and Faded really needs to pull this out. Hopefully that the toxicity that came out this last match doesn't start getting under some people's skin. That's a real phenomenon, a real thing. People start getting upset, and they start getting in your head and talking trash, and then you start playing worse.
That is true there. I mean, we'll have to see as, now we're going to this one with Origin. I mean, it was a commanding victory and, a little bit of that trash talk into this one from both sides, whether it started unintentionally, it was definitely a little bit intentional at the end from Sage, but, now we're going into this one here and Faded, they had the 2-0 deficit. They were down 0-2. And now heading into Game 7, they had 3 games, a 3-game win streak there to give themselves a 3-2 lead. Origin fought it back. And now into this one, Psycho, who do you got in this one? Who do you think is going to come out firing first?
I, I'm gonna stick with Origin. I think they're gonna take it right here. If Faded is gonna take the lead, they need to take a big lead in the beginning. They need to get up like 3-0 in the first half of the game, because if they don't get a big enough lead, then there's a good chance that Origin's just gonna pull out that clutch and just send it home right there at the last minute of the game.
All right, well, we'll have to see. Can Origin clutch up, or will Faded be able to hold on? Let's hear what you guys think in the chat. We tossed up one poll for Game 7 here. Faded versus Origin. Winner advances on to face the Melons. Loser is heading home. This is what you live for in the playoffs. Who's going to take it here? We're going to have to find out, as C-Money trying to start things out early. But it's sent down. Sage Burner with the touch. This ball out in the midfield. Sage, you can't find it there. Trying to find a shot there, and Drizzard going to start things off early with the first goal.
Yeah, an unfortunate miss coming out from Sage, but it turned into a nice fake for Drizzard. The most, went for it, and I don't think that he saw Drizzard or thought that Drizzard was going to beat him to that ball.
Yeah, and they might have not expected that miss from Sage there, but it doesn't matter. You got to be ready for anything here. As Drizzard, another shot there, going to be followed in by Sage, and Origin starting it out early there, a 2-0 lead, and they're looking good right now.
Wow, Drizzard actually toggling right now. Like, that was an amazing touch that put it straight down, and luckily for him, Sage Burner was there, being the good team player that he is, and was ready to clean it up for his bud.
Yeah, and a great one there is now they were able to take a 2-0 lead, and that's what you want to do heading into Game 7. I've always been a proponent of saying whoever scores first in a Game 7 just immediately sets the standard. It's so hard to win when you start down in a Game 7, and Faded now with still 4 minutes to go, still a long way to go, but they're gonna have to start finding something here early if they're gonna want a chance.
I agree, and speaking from experience, it's really rough when you're in a Game 5 or a Game 7. Game 7 even more so than a Game 5, obviously, but to get scored on first and have that momentum taken away from you and that energy taken away from you, it's really hard to come back from.
It definitely is hard to come back from, and we'll have to see if they can find it, though. Is that one just going to fake through? It's still around in the net. It's out in front. Can we see a follow here? The shot, it's not going to go, but Faded, they needed that one right there. It was almost in the net, but it's not going to go.
Yeah, that's something that Faded can't really afford to give up right now. They really, really need to find the net. Approaching the halfway point in this game, they got to make something happen, or otherwise Origin's just going to run away with it.
They're going to have to find one here early as KN. He's trying to be the aggressor. They need him in this one to find something here. Is this one out in the midfield? A miss comes out. Sage Burner taking it towards the net. KN, not much boost to work with. Vibin, a little bit of a double commit. They're going to get to it. Sage on the turn, going to pop it up high. Goaded in the midfield. He finds a touch. Trying to get to it. He's going to pop it down. His C-Money sending it a long way. Looking to stay with it, but Vibin out in the midfield. It could be a shot here. Off the post. A follow one time. Drizzard. He's not going to hit it, though. As this one is going to be a shot towards the net. C-Money. He can't find the angle. Great race back from Goaded. And he's going to be able to touch that one, but still dangerous towards the net there. But it's saved away once again. Faded is just surviving here. Holding on. Only down by 2.
Yeah, they really got to turn it up. Origin is just commanding right now. But Faded is playing some really good defense. Goated is really turning it up right now for them and keeping his net safe. But unfortunately, Vibin and KN aren't able to get that offensive pressure going.
They're gonna need it here, but C-Money able to shut it down. Goated looking for the net there. He puts it in, finds the goal, and Faded, they're hanging on in this one.
And Goated turning up, came out, put it in. Drizzard came out, made the unfortunate decision to come out of net right there. He probably just should have stayed back and let his teammate take it. But I know he was trying to, be up there and be supportive.
And now with 2 minutes remaining, Faded most definitely in it. When you're within one goal, you always have a chance in Rocket League down even past 0 seconds, as long as you can keep that ball up. I just see Sage just destroyed out in net there. Goated going to get it by one, but he's demoed as a result. KN out in the midfield could be a shot here, but Sage, a good cutoff now as a minute 30 remaining. Faded, trying to hold on here. This ball accidentally popped up in the midfield. Vibin, he can't find it. Sage burner towards the net. Goated has to find the touch. Origin, they sold out for this one. Could be dangerous. And now Goated sends it a long way, but C Money, he's going to race back just in time. This ball's still in his zone, though. Origin, they need to find the clear. They pop it up here. Sage burner sending it down. Goated trying to find the turn. He does. And this ball, a little bit of a double commit, but Origin, a lot of time to work with. Drizzard trying to send it up. He's going to find the block, but it's out in the midfield as now. We're down to 1 minute. Faded, trying to find the shot here. It's not going to go. It's still popped up. Faded, really trying to get this offense, and they're going to need it here, Psycho. They're putting so much pressure. They need to put one home, though.
They got the pressure, but they cannot find the net. They have to slow down. They have to breathe, and they got to take good shots.
We're going to have to really focus up here as now Vibin, a great opportunity here. He's on the air dribble. Not much boost to work with. Faded, trying to sell out, but it's denied away. That ball back across to the midfield, 30 seconds remaining. Faded, they need a goal here to tie things up. Goated, sending off the backboard. Can he find the follow? It's still in the midfield. He puts it towards the net, though, but Drizzard, a great save now. Final 20 seconds, Faded. They're going to need to find an answer. This ball out in the midfield. C Money trying to finish it. Faded, they desperately need to get it out. Final 10 seconds now. Nobody from Faded challenging. A double kick comes out, but they have to be desperate now. KN, he's dunked in the midfield. Faded, they're going to have to take it the full length of the court here if they're going to want a chance. Vibin to the side. Faded, trying to find it, but it's not going to go. And Origin is going to hold on in Game 7, and they take this series. They will be going on to face the Melons, and what a series there, Psycho.
Oh, what a good series. Unfortunate for Faded. Origin was able to clutch up and able to take it out. But one thing that I'll say is that we didn't see the fire that Origin came with the last couple of weeks. We saw an Origin maybe from midseason. Seemed like they were having a little bit of trouble keeping up.
Yeah, and they definitely did have some trouble, and we saw where Faded, they were able to come back, and yeah, I think you're exactly right. Origin was missing that classic fire that we've seen from them in the playoffs, and they're pretty fortunate to come out with a win. They didn't play bad, but the game that we saw versus Velocity at the end of the season, it was a different team. So now heading on into the playoffs here, they're going to face Melons on Wednesday. What does Origin have to do to get that fire back, Psycho?
Origin I don't know what they have to do to get the fire back, but they need to get the fire back, because if they're going up against Melons, they're going to need every ounce of fire and craziness that they can get. They're not going to be able to afford to make any of these misses. They're not going to be able to afford to leave the ball alone. The Melons are a powerhouse, and they're just going to cram it down your throat all day long.
Yeah, the Melons are a solid team, and we're going to have to see how they're going to perform against this Origin team who were able to take it all the way to Game 7 and survive. So we're going to have to head back for our next game of the night. Hopefully it's another banger just like that one as Origin pulled it off in Game 7. They advance on as the 5 seed to take on the 1-seeded Melons on a Wednesday. But we got another great matchup coming up, and we've got Parallax taking on Distortion. Both these teams looking really solid here in the Rival League. I'm super excited to see this one. We got that one coming up in a couple minutes, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.